Piggy's main storyline ended around 4 years ago now, and it's still updating to this day. After the story ended in 2021 with Book 2, Chapter 12, the game still continued updating all the way until winter of 2022, where Minitoon finally announced that he was done with Piggy and would focus on other projects. Now that was true for basically the entirety of 2023, because the only notable update in the entire year was the Metallica X Piggy map. What's crazy is that Electra, the skin you got after beating the Metallica map, was literally the only skin released in 2023. And when 2024 began, it looked like the game wasn't gonna receive updates, and it would be completely barren like 2023. But there were actually 4 major updates, which wasn't a lot, but it was a sign that 2025 was going to be filled with updates, and it sure was. All these updates are very high quality, and we definitely don't deserve them, because Piggy was meant to end 4 years ago. But some people don't think so. When the Decay update came out, which was a very high quality update, quite literally game-changing, but some people complained about the decaying infected skin not being what they expected. Even though the decaying infected was such a unique and cool skin, players expected the twisted rabbit skin, hence they hated on the skin. But guys, we already don't deserve this absolute gem of a chapter because we weren't meant to. Minitoon already said back 2 years ago that we won't get any content, but we still got Decay, and to be honest, the skin wasn't even that bad. It was actually a good skin. The Paranormal Pigmas update came out in December, and it was one of the best updates for Piggy, in my opinion. No one really hated on this update, but I saw some people saying that the new season format wasn't good. Instead of collecting a certain item by doing daily quests and getting XP from them, you now just play the game and do events, which reduce the timer until the next tier unlocks. This new system is so much friendlier for free-to-play players and is also very time-efficient. In the old system, you could buy new quests instead of having to wait 24 hours. And even though these were bought with tokens and not Robux, the old season system only gave you 250 tokens as one of the rewards, but the new system gives you 1,000 tokens. And there is no way to spend Robux in the new season system. So you save on a ton of tokens and even gain 1,000 tokens. And then, in the Mrs. P quest, some people complained that Mrs. P's skin quality doesn't match Mr. P's. This is also pretty dumb because obviously 2 separate skins made 5 years apart are going to have a quality difference. And then came the Decay 1.5 update in March. Now, this update was quite minor. It only really added infection mode to Decay and a couple of bug fixes. But people still were making complaints about this, for seemingly no reason. But I actually do know why they did so. Piggy News YouTubers made so many videos hyping this update so much, and because of that, a lot of people accepted a huge update to Decay. But we're ultimately disappointed when it came out. News YouTubers made this update look like the game changer, the update that changed the game forever and changed every single model, chapter, and the entire story. But in reality, it was just a minor update to Decay. I mean, I don't hate news YouTubers as a whole, but when they do stuff like this that can cause the devs to be harassed and the updates to be hated, I feel like it's not that cool. The Megan chapter also got a lot of hate, but not because of the reason the Decay 1.5 update did, but because players were a little mad that Megan chapter was using the same UI and mechanics as Decay. But the only reason Minitoon or whoever worked on the chapter reused mechanics from Decay was because the Megan chapter had a deadline and it kinda had to be finished fast, as it was a collab with Megan. In my opinion, Megan wasn't really all too bad. It was an okay chapter, I guess. I like the throwing bricks mechanic, but it doesn't deserve the level of hate, which is to say that the update is horrible or garbage. And then, just a few weeks after that, an image was shared of the new Piggy icon that was originally designed for the UI update on June 30th. So many players hated on the icon, accusing it for using AI and stuff like that. But the person who made the thumbnail literally proved it wasn't AI, and hence had to redesign the thumbnail, and they made the thumbnail that is now used by Piggy today. I mean, yes, I guess you could maybe have a doubt if that thumbnail was AI, But knowing Piggy and the look of the thumbnail, it was probably clear that no AI was used. So, in conclusion, are Piggy players ungrateful? A little. Most of the players love the updates, but these people hate them. Anyways, thanks for watching, and peace.